We are social beings. So today we are going to be talking about how we can really interpret the social information in the PH360 platform. The way to think about this is that some people have foods that are really good for them, some people have exercise really good for them, and some people have social interactions that are really good for them as well. You take an aloof, independent worker and you put them with someone who constantly wants to be chatting and interacting, you're going to find that there's stress in that partnership, because you've got someone who wants to converse the whole time and wants to seek connection, versus you have the other person who doesn't need that connection and wants time alone, and it's actually causing them stress to have so much interaction with somebody. You can see that different people need different things. So when we're talking about our social platform and the social information in PH360, it actually helps us navigate this. And what's really fascinating about this sometimes is that you're not aware of some of the stress going on in your brain as a result of the social interactions around you. And this can really help bring up that mindfulness and bring up the realization that there are things that you can do about it. So one example of this is, whether I realize it or not, problems in my relationship with my partner can affect my stress levels, can greatly affect my stress levels. Even not having a partner at all can cause me great stress. So if I was single and I was stressing around the fact that I didn't have a partner, and I could consciously hear my brain saying, you're lonely, you're not feeling good, and I read this statement, what I would be thinking is, well, it's actually natural for my brain to want connection with somebody. It's natural for me to want a heart-to-heart connection and a partner. So if I know that, and if I don't have it, then that explains why I'm a little bit stressed. Whereas some people just go forward thinking, I'm stressed and I'm not sure why. This gives an explanation. Now, when you've got the explanation, you can say, oh, well, now that I know that that's one of the ways that my body stresses, I don't have to stress about that. It's just something that my body does. Just like it grows blondie, orangey hair, that's just what my body does when it's growing hair. The same thing goes when I don't have a partner. My body will respond because that's what it wants. So understanding that this is something that could potentially cause stress is important, and it's then about understanding more about your body so that you don't have to partake in that stress, but understand where it's coming from. Another example is, I may prefer spending time with productive people who respect my time and schedule. I might tend to avoid those who don't, or find myself in conflict with people who have shown no respect for timeliness. This is especially strong if I've promised to deliver something at a certain deadline, but I can learn to be flexible and relaxed about time. So what this is saying fairly strongly is that I have a predisposition to be a little bit anally retentive when it comes to timelines and keeping things on schedule and being productive. But it's also suggesting that I can be flexible if I want to. Now, sometimes our brains get stuck in this idea of, I can't be flexible, I just get stressed about time. But it's actually saying, you know what, you could be more flexible. So it then gives a tip: carefully consider your choice of environments and work situations, possibly try informing people of the time-sensitive nature of the subject at hand. It gives some fantastic suggestions on how I can just navigate this very natural part of my brain. Some people stand there tapping their toe thinking, I want to get out of here straight away. I want to make sure we're on time. And other people just don't have that same clock. They don't have that same gear in their brain that makes them turn up at exactly the right time. Understanding those differences is very important. This makes me very aware that I'm one of those people that's going to be a little bit harder on time, but it doesn't have to stress me if I know that it's something that could trigger me. If I'm aware of what can trigger me, then I can be aware enough to not allow it to trigger me. And this is the beautiful thing about PH360, is it gives you awareness and then choice about the action that you want to take. So I really encourage you to go through the social side of things. One of the great things that I've realized from meeting many people on the PH360 platform is that some people are designed to have fantastic content time with their family. Other people are designed to have short, sharp bursts with their family and nothing more. They're not designed to be sitting down with them all day, but they might do 20 minutes of intense time with their family and then 20 minutes of alone time, because that's the way their body regulates. And this is really important for mothers. It's really important for dads. It's really important for friends, knowing that some people need more downtime. They need it downtime at particular times of the day as well. When we start looking at power hour, all of this information is so incredibly powerful. You only need to be in a great relationship or a poor relationship to understand how your body feels different in those two situations. And this is really going to help you navigate these things with your partner, with your friends, so that they can always be a fantastic interaction. Hopefully you got plenty out of that, and really looking forward to hearing about your insights and how the social platform of PA360 has really enhanced your relationships in your life.